Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Jeff McDowell, the bald guy, here to bring you a video tour on this 2021 certified pre-owned GLE53 SUV. A lot of different terms in that for sure, but this is actually one of my favorites as the midline of the AMG models. I like to call it the Jekyll and Hyde because it gets to be your daily driver, and then you actually open this thing up a little bit, move in the different performance modes and the dynamics, and you really get to unleash a beast within. But let's take a quick look at this here and see some of the highlights. This is the black paint, and we do have as a signature to this car the vertical actual grille here, and of course an AMG badge that's right inside. This grille pays back to the Pan Americana race that we had back in Mexico. One of our greatest races we would have taken first, second, and third, except we had a driver that had a pelican issue come through the windshield. This is what's called our A frame on the grille. Notice it kind of has an A shape to it, signature to the AMG line, and then you're going to get a little bit of an actual flare here on the fender, and then you'll see it even back towards the back end. It's all painted where you actually don't get some of the black cladding, kind of like you see on this silver guy here, so it keeps it nice and clean. That is one of my favorite wheels for the 53 model, and the biggest reason being is since we are in Colorado, that wheel comes with all season tires. It doesn't come with performance, it'll have all season, you kind of adjust it. Being night styling, you'll see there's black inside of the inlay here. Being a part of a 53, it already blacks out on the chrome here and on the mirror, so you get that nice kind of night rider. And then up top here, we get that actually blacked out as well. Taking a look on the interior, this is one of my favorites. It is the black with the red contrast stitching. There's going to be hints of Dinamica, but this wood trim, if you look at it, it's very rich, and the grain is one of my favorite pieces to it. It's not just kind of that really few specks of grain, I would say. You get a lot more touch. There's your special AMG seats. This is the Dinamica, kind of a suede insert, just kind of helps give it a little extra touch in that two-tone style. In the back, we can continue that wood, that same styling, red contrast stitching, some Alcantara. More towards the look of the AMG, it kind of gives you that air vent, even though they're not really functional. Another signature is you have the quad tip exhaust of an AMG. Being a 53, they are circular. On a 63, they're trapezoidal. Here's a look into the back. Everything's pretty clean. One of the greatest things that they did with the redesign of this is this guy usually ends up somewhere in your garage, and when you actually need it, you can't ever get to it. So now you can take that guy off and do this all one-handed here, but you get to see a couple more features. We have a little hook that we can use for that. That's a little hidden piece that just clips right inside there. And then we can take our cargo cover and actually tuck it down inside there. There's our warning triangle in slime. Our AMG mats. And one thing to always point out is all of our backup cameras are now tucked away, so it keeps them clean, especially when we go through the rainy months or what we just got through, a bunch of the actual water coming through. Let's take a look here on the driver's side. Now, being an AMG, we do get to have some cooler displays here, and we're actually using that on this guy here. Let me get this fired back up. But this is one of our actual displays, which would go in here, smooth all the way over. So this is Super Sport. You have Sport, Classic, so it kind of changes between each one. And then one of the biggest thing to these cars is if you watch, the arrows are over here now, and I can adjust all the information. All I'm doing is I'm using this black square right here, which I get to swipe up, down, left, right onto. Instead of having those hard buttons, it's a touchpad that you get to do this through. And then when you go into gear, you'll see that I actually have a number 1, let me know what gear I am. Because we do have a little bit of an electric assist, it does say that it's ready because it's on and in drive in case there's no RPMs going, which is actually this on this outside piece here. And then this actually has a couple extra buttons here. Now these can be changed to where you click on them and you can do a bunch of different quick access features to these. This is actually one of my favorites. It's the exhaust button, which we always want to leave on. Heard a little bit more of a hum come out of the car. You can do your different drive modes here by just actually giving a quick rotation of everything. You can push in to go straight to individual, but otherwise you'll actually flip through and go between your drive modes, which you also can see here. And we still have our traditional dynamic select that actually handles everything here. Touchpad to be able to control, so no more command knob from what your old car is. Now you can actually swipe like an actual trackpad of a mouse. You have your navigation screen here that you can actually still do all your quick access to your activities. Plenty of stuff, but one of the greatest things to this is it does have voice control, and all you have to do is go, "Hey Mercedes,
how can I help?
I'm hot."
I'm reducing the temperature to 72 degrees.
So adjusted out the temperature for me. You did see it said unavailable, and because currently the LTE services are off until we attach a customer to it. And all of that can be done through the Mercedes Me Connect store. So it's actually a new little piece that you get to choose your services of what you like. Remote start, unlock, lock. If you want tracking services, which is a deduction in your insurance, so it definitely helps out on that. Definitely weigh out the cost of the monthly versus the annual service with us. And then if you want to add updates, but we can also send updates to the car by LTE, and that's all part of the new MBUX Mercedes-Benz user experience. So hope you enjoyed this quick tour on this amazing AMG. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. And of course, always subscribe so you can see as the new cool things are coming around. Take care.